Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your horoscope for the new moon in Taurus happening here on April 22nd, 2020. So this is a new moon in Taurus, and this is the first time that we're seeing a new moon at 3 degrees. This is a very interesting date that this is happening on, right? We have this on April, which is the 4th month. We have it on the 22nd, which comes down to 4 in numerology. And it is in this year of 2020, which is also 4 in numerology. So this is a 444 moment that we are activating and opening up here, which 444 dealing with security, dealing with guidance, protection, right? The angels watching over us. This is a very destined moment that we are entering into here with this new moon in Taurus. And this is an interesting one because we are having a new moon in a conjunction with Uranus, right? So this is very interesting here. We are merging this new moon experience with this planet of unexpected events, of sudden changes, of unconventional and new ways of thinking, innovation, right? Future oriented, humanitarian oriented, very different, very unusual energy here that this new moon is conjoining with. And so this is an interesting new moon. This can come with a lot of sudden changes and surprises within your life in terms of what does your stability look like? What does your foundation look like? Right? We're looking at a lot of very unsettling changes here, and very interesting thing that we are seeing is that Uranus is a planet that is very difficult to predict whether it will turn out as good or bad, right? Uranus is this very unexpected, very different type of energy. And as it's been here in Taurus for a while now, it has been breaking down the financial security, breaking down the stability, the values that we believed were strong foundation, that we believed were fully worth it. And it's pulling us in the direction of what is truly worth it. And remember that Uranus is in its fall position here in Taurus. It is debilitated, right? Uranus would rather be in Scorpio, where it can go through these intense transformations and this evolution of the soul and this powerful transition from darkness to light. But it's here in Taurus where everything is very stable, very stuck, right? Taurus, very stubborn energy, very devoted, very much about investing and sticking to the plan and what the foundation looks like. And so this is a very odd position for Uranus to be in. It's trying to change our foundation, trying to change our values, trying to change our self-worth, trying to change even our relationships for some of us, right? Anything in our lives where we find this worth and this value and appreciation in. Uranus is here to shake things up, to change things up in this area for many of us. And so this is a very odd new moon that we're coming into. It is starting us off on a lunar cycle that is very much about changing our value, changing our structure, changing our foundation, our security, right? So this is a big lunar cycle that is all about change and transformation. And of course, we're going to end off this cycle with a full moon in Scorpio next month, which is once again this sign that deals with transformation and crisis and these sudden unexpected changes and moments in our life. So this is a big lunar cycle that is all about change and transformation and crisis and sudden unexpected surprises and events that we will go through here. So, very different new moon experience that we are coming into here. And this is making a sextile over to the North Node, which here on April 22nd, the North Node is at 0 degrees of Cancer. So we are at the critical degree here of this North Node. It is finally at this point where it's saying this is the last possible chance to take on these lessons and experiences that this karmic destiny is trying to pull you in the direction of before we start to change the karmic story as the North Node comes and enters into Gemini. So this is a big moment, as this is the last and final chance to learn these lessons about nurturing yourself, about having these more deeper, more emotionally fulfilling experiences in life, and to be more connected to your true home, to your true family, right? This is about soul family. This is about deeper connection as the North Node is in Cancer. And this is it. This is the last opportunity. This is 0 degrees leading up to the North Node entering into Gemini on May 5th. So this is a critical moment, right, that this new moon is ushering in for us. This is a major change, a major transition that is signaling an emergency change, an emergency lesson that needs to be learned. This is a critical moment. And so this is where things can become very radical, very extreme in terms of changing things, getting you to act on things, right? Changing your environment, changing the structure, the foundation to get you to make that final change, that final decision. So this is a very big moment that we are having here. And this is also making a sextile over to Ceres, which is at 29 degrees, that last degree of Aquarius. And so, for those who don't know about Ceres, Ceres is an asteroid that deals with nurturing, providing, taking care of our needs, right? It is this asteroid that is all about nurturing and satisfying and fulfilling. And it is believed by many astrologers in the community that Ceres is a ruler of Taurus. And so there is something big about how we're having this new moon in Taurus and it's making the sextile over to Ceres, that this is about nurturing and taking care of your needs and having these needs met that are necessary. And keep in mind that on the other side of this, we have this North Node in Cancer, which is also about nurturing and fulfilling our needs. So this is a big theme here, that these sudden changes and these sudden surprises in our environment is here to help us in doing what is necessary to nurture our needs, to fulfill our destiny. And so this can be a moment where you can experience loss, you can experience crisis, you can experience difficult, radical, unexpected surprises and changes in your life that are trying to lead you in the direction of what is truly nurturing and fulfilling and satisfying to your very soul and being. Now, this can also, like I said before, Uranus is a very unexpected planet, and so this can also create a very positive change as well. But keep in mind that this is in a conjunction with an asteroid that is all about crisis, and this asteroid is not here on this chart, but this is an asteroid that is all about crisis and unexpected surprises and difficulties. And so this is, for many, a very difficult moment of crisis, of challenges, of unexpected surprises, of loss. For some of you, this could be loss of a job, or this could be a loss of security of some form in your life. So this is A very interesting full moon. This is definitely one of our least positive new moons here, right? We had that very positive new moon in Pisces. This is a very challenging new moon experience that we are stepping into here, as it's ushering in all of these radical changes and difficulties within our lives in terms of our stability. So this is here to help you change your stability, your values, your self-worth, so that you can put it into something that is truly fulfilling, something that is truly worth it. And this is making an aspect over to the South Node in Capricorn, which is also at its last degree, right? 0 degrees of Capricorn. It is making the trine over to the South Node in Capricorn. And the South Node in Capricorn is saying for the last time that we need to let go of the old foundation, the old structure, the old way of getting to the top, and the old status and image that we hold in our lives. And so, what is that role that you are playing? Is that role, that position in life, one that is truly nurturing and fulfilling? If not, this new moon is in here to create unexpected changes and surprises that will radically shake up this role and position in your life. This is also making an aspect over to Saturn in Aquarius, as well as Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn, along with Pallas Athena, which is also in Capricorn. And if you'd like to know more about this new moon, then go ahead and take a look at your April 2020 horoscope. I went over this new moon on each of the zodiac signs for April 2020. So, talking about the Saturn, talking about Pallas Athena and Jupiter and Pluto was something that I went over strongly in that April 2020 horoscope. So again, if you want to know more about this new moon, go ahead and go back to that. But just highlighting some things here that weren't discussed. We also talked about in that April 2020 horoscope about this aspect over to Neptune, right? This is a semi-sextile over to Neptune, and this is very much about having faith and holding that belief system that takes you into a positive direction, a positive experience here. But for some of you, this can cause illusion, this can cause delusion, this can cause a fear of the unknown, this can cause a false fear that is actually hindering you from your success, from you moving forward here into this experience. So let's take a look. I pulled some cards for this new moon as well. The first card here very much goes along with this theme of this new moon that we talked about a lot here today, which is stability, right? The earth element. So what does your foundation look like? Is it stable? Is it secure? This is going to be strongly challenged here with this new moon experience that is pushing us to a major change and transformation in terms of what is emotionally fulfilling and is of a deeper connection, again, as this will lead up to a full moon in Scorpio. And so there's a big question here in terms of your stability, your foundation, your security. If it is not nurturing and fulfilling to you in your life, this can very much be challenged and changed with these radical surprises coming in due to this Uranus conjunction. Last card here we have is the Five of Cups in reverse. And so again, this can be a major moment of loss, a major moment of losing old connections, losing old stability, losing this old foundation, right? So major feeling of loss, major feeling of crisis, major feeling of changes, right? The number 5 is very much associated with change. And so this is a time of finding what is emotionally fulfilling, and this cannot be found in the past, as this Five of Cups is very much about letting go of the past. Now, also with this 3-degree code, right? Because as we break down this 444 day, 444 breaks down to 3 in numerology. And so the 3 is trying to open us up to new opportunities and experiences through this newfound vibration of security and foundation, the 444. So that is your horoscope for the new moon in Taurus on April 22nd. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Feel free to join the group if you have any positive wisdom or spiritual advice, motivational advice that you'd like to share. If you'd like to be a part of a group where you can get some spiritual wisdom and positive motivational advice, feel free to join as well. The group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light in Facebook. I want to thank you all so much for joining once again, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you in the next video.